going to demonstrate the installation of a flatline barrel system on your Tippmann X7. We're first going to start off by pulling the barrel out of the shroud. Just kind of go over the barrel a little bit. You can see that the barrel is bent. It's bent that way to get the backspin on the ball, and that's what's going to give you the distance. What we're going to do, we're going to put this back in there, put that off to the side, and we're going to go over the tools that you're going to need for the disassembly of your X7. First tool we're going to start off with is your 3/16 Allen key, your 1/8 Allen key, and I have a set of pliers here, just kind of, to pull the push pins out if they're a little hard getting out. Some people also use a hammer or a rubber mallet, and that's fine. Sometimes the push pins are a little snug, and to use those tools to get those out is perfectly fine. We're first going to start off by pulling out the push pins. And that one came out pretty smooth. This one's a little bit tighter, so we're going to use the pliers. You can just kind of gently grasp the top of the push pin and just kind of pull it right out. Set that off to the side. Then from there, you're just going to want to remove your shroud. Just slips right off the front there, and you can kind of set that off to the side. Then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to loosen up the 1/8 Allen bolts and the 3/16 Allen bolt so we can pull our barrel and our barrel adapter, which is this little black collar towards the back end there. We're going to loosen these bolts up so we can pull that out. So we're just going to kind of go through and do that right now. And just loosen these up. That one's a little tight. And I'm going to take an extra step and just go a little further and loosen some of these ones towards the back. Most of the time you usually only have to loosen up these first three, but you can also loosen up the ones towards the back. And I'll also loosen up the one for the cyclone feeder. Okay. This is the removal of the stock barrel adapter. You're going to want to go a quarter turn counterclockwise until it stops. And then you're going to pull straight out of the front. And we're just going to set that off to the side. Now we have our flatline barrel, and we're ready for install. So we're going to pull this out of the shroud. And then if you look at the barrel adapter, they're pretty similar. It looks the same as the stock barrel adapter, with the exception of this square nub at the top. And you can see in that nub it has a set screw. That set screw is there to actually hold the barrel into the barrel adapter. You're going to want to make sure that that's pointing left towards your cyclone feeder. And then you're going to insert your barrel adapter and then quarter turn clockwise until it stops. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to go back through and we're going to tighten back our 1/8 Allen bolts. These don't need to be extremely tight. You're just going to turn them until they start to get snug, and then just add a little bit more pressure. Get these all tightened back up. Okay. And then from there, we're going to tighten up our 3/16 Allen bolt for the cyclone feeder. It's another bolt. You want to make sure that you're not getting too tight. Just turn it until it stops, and then just add a little bit more pressure, and you're done. And that's pretty much it for the tools. We can kind of set those off to the side. We're now going to put on the shroud for the flatline barrel. Just going to slip that on. And you're going to want to make sure that your holes line up for the shroud and the receiver of the gun. Make sure that those are all lined up. And then from there you have your push pins. You can see there's a difference between the push pins. One's a little bit longer than the other. The longer push pin is actually the one that's going to go in the bottom of your shroud through the receiver. You push that all the way down. And then from there you have the short push pin that goes through the top. And this one's a little snug, and that's okay for them to be snug like that. And that pretty much concludes the assembly of the flatline barrel.